Peace, peace. It's your brother Rob, man. I got asked about blocking the body with the 52. A lot of times you see the 52 and it's all look like it's all head dominated, right? And to a certain degree it might be, but protecting the body is there. It's just a matter of understanding the art, right? Don't get so caught up, right? And all of this that you think that everything else is open when it's really not. Because one thing, all you got to do, even if I just keep rocking like this, I can just change my level. Boom, boom, and that right there can cover the body. So that's one aspect of it too. The other aspect of it too is an active deal, right? So no matter what I'm in, I can cover the body at any given time, right? So check it out here. If I'm in my Z, my skull and crossbones, right? The body's protected here, the body's protected here. Now, nothing is 100%. No guard is 100%, right? You expose any which way you go. So if you go from a classical stance, right, it's some exposure. Like right here, right? Right, you got here and here. But it's still always exposure no matter what you do. So don't think about it in that terms. Just understand rhyme and reason. Understand where you're vulnerable at as you're doing the 52, right? And it gets to a point where a lot of it's second nature. So you don't even have to necessarily think about it. So if that punch is coming, boom, 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 see I'm right here. Maybe I come there, boom. Maybe I come there. Maybe I go here, look. I got my G shuffle right there, it's blocking that. I can drop that arm right there, right? I can come here, boom, boom, right? So think about it, right? You see people boxing like this, all that is protected. Ain't no difference. This just poking out, right? One, you can catch it with the hand. All this blocks that. If it's too much, I can slide it down, right? Depending on what it is. I can come back up. I can drop it here, 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 right? So it's a whole active thing as I go. But you gotta keep in mind that just because you don't see it doesn't mean it's not really there, right? There's always something there to deal with, right? To defend yourself, but it's not even just the blocks, even though it's called 52 blocks. It's deception, it's trickery, right? You think you got to deal with the African mindset, the Black African mindset, from a perspective of like playing sports, right? Combat sports, right? Think about the African mind in combat sports or anything competitive where we're trying to psych somebody out. Let's think about basketball. Is you just not running up to the ball, to the hoop and shooting it. You know, you got to cross somebody over and then turn around and then dunk it, right? Make yourself look good, but it's also, you know, I psyched them out, pump fake or something like that. Same thing, football. You know, hit the juke button on them, I spun, right? I went back, you know, made them miss, made them pay. It's the same thing in something like boxing, like MMA. And then 52 is just an art, an extension of that, an extension of the African mind, the black man's mind. So you got to think in that terms, right? So as you're going, right? I'm trying to deceive. I'm trying to give you something to think about at all times, but at the same time, I'm thinking offensive and defensive, right? So I have to know where my frame is in space and time and know how to deal with whatever comes accordingly. So if I get caught in any one, boom, look, it's coming to the body, I got that right there. A jab to the body, I got that right there, right? I can switch, right? Here, same thing, same thing. Same thing, right? Boom, right? Boom, boom, boom. It's all there. You just got to know what you're doing in rhyme and reason. So that's the biggest thing. If anything I could say, make sure you know rhyme and reason of what you're doing, right? You're not just doing stuff for the sake of doing stuff. It's like capoeira, it's the same thing. Same mind frame, African mind frame. You know, in the new world, dealing with the environment that we're dealing with, you know, that competitive mind state, things flourish in certain ways. And so capoeira is the same way, but capoeira is the same way as 52, but 52 is just a little bit more different, especially in an environment where boxing is dominated, right? So it's capoeira from a boxing perspective, right? So because it's still the same mind, come from the same place, same group of people, right? So it's always rhyme and reason. It's high risk, high reward when you do stuff, but it's always rhyme and reason, right? Some things are riskier than others, but that's the whole point, right? High risk, high reward. You know, you're doing something like that, you know, you kind of telling somebody what to do. If I step back and do that, I'm telling them what to do. I'm open. But in being open, something might come, right? Something might come. And so you have to know the limitations, the beginning and the end of the art in each block, each frame, and what you're doing in time and space, rhyme and reason. And so, again, it's polyrhythmic, is multi-dimensional, meaning like I'm not just moving the hands. That would be just moving the hands, and that's a good aspect of a good portion of it, but I gotta get the body in it too. So if I block, I got the cushion of the body to absorb it, or if I'm coming through the strike, right, I can go through, and it's not just an arm dominated thing, right? It's a whole body deal in time and space. So hopefully that it's long-winded, but hopefully that helps, man. Peace.